Is PayPal safe in 2022? After a fraudulent payment of over $900 was charged to my PayPal account, I spent 2 weeks and several hours on the phone with PayPal trying to get my money back. I learned a lot about how PayPal operates, and I thought I would share some of what I learned to help protect others from fraud. Here are 5 ways PayPal will screw you. Number 1. PayPal handles disputes using foreign call centers. The call center employees usually don't have the authority to resolve fraud. If you ask for a manager on the phone, they often just hang up. In several instances, they offered me a callback from a manager that never came. When deciding whether or not to reimburse you, PayPal uses an automated fraud detection system, which is extremely limited and inaccurate. In my case, the charge came from an obviously fake website with links that you couldn't even click on. The fraudulent website had the founder's name listed as Jane Doe, a fake phone, and a fake email address that no one answered. They didn't even put a tracking number or a product description on the order. There was simply no one at the call center who had the authority to reverse the charge. So I'm stuck waiting for weeks for a reimbursement. Which brings us to number 2. PayPal resolution time for a fraudulent charge can take a month to resolve. When I would dispute the charge as fraudulent on PayPal's website, PayPal would immediately dismiss the claim and close it. After many phone calls and hours of work, I was eventually able to get a manager on the phone from PayPal who changed the initial claim from a fraudulent charge to a claim of item not received. The problem is that listing the claim as item not received can take a month to resolve. For a claim I filed on August 13th, PayPal gave me an estimated resolution date for my case for September the 2nd. And notice they said estimated. This is not a guarantee of a date. People online have said that it often takes longer than a month. The third way that PayPal is going to screw you is PayPal can take money directly from your checking account. If you link a debit card or a checking account routing number to your PayPal account, you want to make absolutely sure that your checking account offers zero liability fraud protection. In the event of a fraudulent charge, you should make a claim as soon as possible with your bank so they can issue a chargeback. PNC offered me a chargeback which posted back to my account within 48 hours. After my chargeback through PNC, I removed my bank information from PayPal as a payment option. And here's where the real trouble started. After my chargeback, PayPal charged my account for a second time for the full amount. In my case, the payment didn't post for 2 days, and it took an additional 2 days to get the second chargeback from PNC. That's 4 days where my account was sitting with a negative balance. I was okay, but what if this was your rent money, your grocery money? What if you were stranded in a foreign country? This is where having a PayPal account could be very dangerous. Number 4, using the friends and family payment option waives your buyer protection. Never pay anyone using friends and family for any type of good or service. If you pay for something by selecting the option for friends and family, you are essentially waiving most of your fraud protection offered by PayPal, and you have little to no recourse for recouping your money. The friends and family option is a real recipe for disaster. And finally, number 5, you're better off using a credit card. I firmly believe the illusion of convenience that PayPal offers is not worth the risk of fraud. After dealing with PayPal the last 2 weeks, I've decided to close my PayPal account. There are far more legal protections offered with a standard credit card. In the past, when dealing with an instance of credit card fraud, I was able to clear up the issue with a single 15-minute phone call. With PayPal, I've spent 8 hours in a 2-week period, and I was never able to get PayPal to refund my money. I spent a lot of time in research fighting back against a fraudulent charge, and I still got screwed by PayPal twice. In the end, I had to go through my bank at PNC for a second chargeback. But I was lucky, not all banks offer zero liability fraud protection, and this type of chargeback has a very limited time frame. If you don't catch it immediately, you will be on the hook for the fraudulent charge. So is PayPal safe in 2022? I don't think so.